Is your starter motor on the way out? What are the typical symptoms of a failing starter motor? Well, there's lots of things associated with the starter, and not being able to start the car is frustrating. I've seen drivers last for months and months and months by hitting the starter motor or rocking the car. But really, it's one of those things that we should just get on with and sort out, because the inconvenience that it causes is just a big hassle. When you start the car, if you hear a click but it's not cranking or turning, if you have a grinding noise while starting, which can actually indicate a faulty engagement mechanism, or just that the teeth aren't engaging properly and they're starting to slip or crunch, slow or laboured cranking, the starter motor just doesn't have the torque and the power to turn the engine. And you might find the starter motor less likely to work when it's warm. The heat causes things to expand, and that can expose any weakness in the starter system. And conversely, when it's cold, you may not have correct electrical flow through the starter motor, and that can lead to non-starting. So there are temperature elements to bear in mind with it. The first thing we should check though is the battery. We should check the voltage on the battery and just make sure it's got enough power in there to allow the starter motor to do its thing and crank the engine. That's usually the most common problem, and people will often think it's the starter, but actually the battery is on its last legs. If the voltage drops below 9.6 volts or thereabouts when you're cranking the engine, that can certainly indicate that the battery is really struggling there. It may just be bad connections, so in that case check the connections around the battery and onto the starter motor, and just make sure there's nothing there that's loose or wiggling around. If you listen carefully, if you hear a single loud click from the engine, not from the relay inside the car, that would indicate that the solenoid is firing and the starter motor is engaging. If you have rapid clicks, that can indicate a low battery. It's not got quite enough voltage for that to happen, so it's trying a half-hearted effort. Grinding is a pinion engagement issue, and silence is an electrical problem, usually a failed solenoid, a failed relay, a broken connection. If nothing's happening, then it's almost certainly a broken connection somewhere along, and you may find the starter motor is okay. The problem is outside of the starter motor. If you get someone to crank the engine and you tap the starter motor, that can sometimes just jolt it free and jolt it into life. There might be worn brushes inside that are just starting to make contact with that little jolt, but we should really only view that as a temporary fix to the problem. Inside the starter motor, you have a set of carbon brushes and a commutator, and if those brushes are worn, they're not making proper contact, so the whole thing is just not going to spin. The voltage is not flowing into the motor as it should. Burnt solenoid contacts, if they've become degraded and the copper just can't then transmit the signal. If you've been cranking too much, you may have overheated the whole starter mechanism, and that can in some cases damage the windings. The windings have the effect of amplifying the power. It generates quite a bit of heat. It's doing a lot of work. It's producing a lot of torque, and just working that starter motor too hard can cause problems in itself. The starter motor engages with teeth around the flywheel. If those teeth have become damaged or worn or even broken and missing in places, that can lead to intermittent starting problems. Depending on where that flywheel is, it will determine how well the starter motor is able to engage and start the engine. And it may just be a bad earth. Corroded earth straps somewhere on the car can lead to starter motor problems, or symptoms of a starter motor problem, I should say. Starter motor replacement is relatively straightforward. It's usually 2 or 3 bolts. The whole starter motor mechanism will just slide out of the bell housing that seats the flywheel where it engages onto. In cases of modern cars, you replace the whole unit. Years gone by, you used to be able to buy the components and fix the individual components in the starter motor and also the alternator and other components, but we're in a throwaway society now. We tend to replace the whole unit. The starter motor is one of those things that it shouldn't be a problem. If we keep the battery topped up, we don't overuse the starter motor. If it's not starting, then investigate the issue that's preventing the car from starting, rather than caning a poor little starter motor which is already doing its best to get the car started. If you've got oil leaks in the engine and they are dripping near the starter motor, it's a good idea to get that sorted, because getting oil inside the starter motor is just a recipe for disaster. Please boot the like button if you found this video useful. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate it if you could just subscribe. You won't miss out on the great content we've got planned, and I've lined up this video and this playlist that you should find really informative. Thanks for watching. See you in these next videos.